Greetings and salutations, and welcome to another edition of the YouTube channel Too Many Plugins and Delta X-Ray. I'm your host Alex. Today we're going to talk about SpaceBlender by Soundtoys. This is a limited free offer. It's just an introductory offer. This plugin is going to cost 99 euros starting from 22 May. But if you get it before, you can get it for free. It is by Soundtoys. It's SpaceBlender Imaginary Space Machine. I'll try to put the download down in the description. The plugin is for free until the 22nd of May. For free in the sense you have to still give your email, of course, but other than that is free. After that it's going to cost you 99 euros. Now, what is this? It's like a really weird. I'm trying to a little bit understand what this plugin really is. To me, it sort of seems a little bit like a sort of a delay or a space echo or something that is internally remixing itself or applying some sort of granular kind of effect on top of it, and it can warp it also. It's a very, very interesting plugin. If it's worth 99 euros, I don't know about that. You know, that's for me, I don't know. I haven't tried it long enough yet, but the results so far are quite good. We're going to take care of 3 pieces of music. I got the one over here. It's just a pad, because this is a kind of an effect that starts very quickly, get very, very, very busy. It repeats lots of things if you put this on a piece of music with a lot of information in it. So you will listen on a pad here, the kind of result that we're gonna get out of this. I have it now on the Mystic Ocean. We'll go through some presets, and after that we'll listen here to a piece of 2001 Space Odyssey. That's the musical Tesla coils. What you're gonna listen after this is, by the way, is not really music. This is all created not by speakers, loudspeakers, but by musical Tesla coils. So what you're listening over here afterwards is going to be a piece of music which is actually just created by electrical arcs, electricity, by using MIDI and then changing the frequency of the actual Tesla coils to create music. So there you go. But let's listen a little bit here to SpaceBlender. And I have it on Mystic Ocean. We have it now bypassed, and I'll let you listen to the pad separate, and then you can listen to it with SpaceBlender, the imaginary space machine. Imaginary, that's really cool. It's I like this. You can imaginary. That means lots of things. You can imagine yourself a lot of things, but it doesn't actually mean nothing. Or you can then imagine yourself that this is something else. So I find that interesting. Imaginary space machine, it's a cool kind of thing, but technically it doesn't really say anything. Actually, it prevents them even of, if you after that come to them and say, well, listen, man, it's an imaginary space machine, man. So you have to imagine yourself that it's all going to work and it's going to be useful also, that you can use this in your productions. But anyway, I find this a funny name, imaginary space machine. Anyway, let's listen to the pads by Sematics without any SpaceBlender effect, and then we'll go through some presets. Enabled. You can warp it. You can sync it. Okay, let's try another preset. Streaming bits. Okay, we'll try another preset over here. Tap along. I think he's here just syncing it to the host on 8 beats or something. I don't know exactly how this is this an internal sync on the timing or is this on the host, but there you go. Okay, try another preset over here. Lots of echoes, minutes of echoes. So now I stopped it over here. So yeah, you can understand the idea of this, you know. It's like make very long drones and can also be like really interesting to create sort of a drive and a droning sound going through your whole track that then fades out in the end over here. So yeah, it's really like a minute of decaying over here. So yeah, what is this sort of, man? Sometimes I think this is like some sort of an echo space reverb tool or something that has then some internal arpeggiators in there or something, or feedback or repeat on the echoes or something. I don't know exactly how I need to see this machine, but yeah, it's really like a minute of echoes. So yeah, there you go. Interesting device, very interesting device. Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. Interesting device. This. So it's doing also with it something with the timing or something that's sort of warping the time or something. It's very I'm not even really understanding exactly what this thing is, but it is really, 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 really interesting. Darkness rises. Very interesting, this. So it seems almost always that you're over here sort of manipulating where then the space delay or whatever the hell this thing is, you know, or this echo repeats itself within the waveform. It's really, really interesting. Can't really get a whole grip of what this exactly is doing, or maybe it's like granularly manipulating it this waveform. I don't know how it's doing this, but it's very, very, very interesting plugin. Okay, we're gonna try with just another piece of music over here. I don't know if this is gonna work, but because this is a really full piece of music, so let's see how this is gonna go. Is this one bypassed already? Just bypass it. Just this is Space Odyssey. What you're listening over here is actually not music produced by loudspeakers, but by two musical Tesla coils. So throwing out a couple of million volts, and then by using MIDI and changing the frequency of the Tesla coils, creating music. So here you go. Okay, so we got a little bit, I think it's Michel Jarre, Oxygen, I think is what this Tesla coil is playing over here. We'll try it here a little bit with the SpaceBlender and see what's gonna happen. Get some really crazy... Change the preset over here. $1985. Classic drum gate. It's a very, very interesting plugin, I have to admit. Doing crazy things than I was expecting. Okay, go back to the beginning again. Dark gate. And sync gate. Still haven't understood if this is synced to the host or to... Still haven't understood that. DMX gate reverb. Light gate. Yeah, it's interesting, very interesting. And this freeze button over here, what I think it does, it freezes the echo or something. If I'm not wrong, I think that is what it's doing over here. Or the space delay. Yeah. Try another one. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, interesting plugin. Very interesting. time division. So this is all, yeah, also very time-based. Of course, there is a delay and echo, also very, very time-based. So it's really, really interesting plugin, this. Very interesting plugin. A long flyby. So there you go. Yeah, it's also like very time-based. This is of course not the best example because there's too much stuff going on. You should use this on way lower drones and on empty pads and stuff like that, you know, suspense stuff. But yeah, fantastic plugin. Worth $100. I don't know about that, but yeah, it is a cool plugin. Pick it up while you can. Free until the 22nd on Soundtoys website. You can find it. You have to, of course, give your email, so it's not 100% for free, but it's for free. After it's going to cost you 99 quid. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was SpaceBlender, the imaginary space machine by Soundtoys. Get it while you can, until the 22nd, for free, otherwise $99. Nice to have in your arsenal. Again, there's lots of plugins like this, you know, so I don't know if the market is already a little bit saturated for that. And then also the price, I have to play around with it a little bit more, but I don't know, $100 for a plugin like this, I find myself a little bit too exaggerated. There's even free plugins and many cheaper plugins that you can get these kinds of results with also. Cheaper in the sense that maybe you pick them up in the sales or something, you know. Who has a bunch of plugin like this, or you have of course Space Reverb by Valhalla DSP. You have, that's a free one. Let me see. Then Unfiltered Audio has a bunch of crazy delays like this also, and Spec Ops, which is a spectral synthesizer, a granular kind of a thing. That is sort of a slicer, more or less. There's a bunch of plugins that some free and some that for sale you can pick up for 20 or 30 bucks or something, maybe 40 bucks, you know, that can do this and actually a hell of a lot more. Like the ones of Unfiltered Audio has then full possibility of sequencing and modulations and LFOs and stuff like that to create full automation and movements in the whole thing. So you know, the price, I'm not really so sure about that, but this is my first hands-on, so I tested it for the first time. You know, have to test it a little bit more. I think it's really cool, but I doubt a little bit if there's a huge market for it on the price level of 99 bucks. That's just my honest opinion about that. But anyway, as a freebie, really cool. And yeah, maybe after a lot of trying, maybe this becomes my secret weapon. Who knows, you know? Because these kinds of plugins is like this. They can be really, really cool when you're playing around with it like this. But then to actually in real life apply it to your arrangement or to your mix or inside of your music production, or even sometimes OST, original soundtracks that you make for a video, for a documentary or something. That sometimes with these kinds of plugins is in the spectrum also spec ops and these kinds of granular kind of a synth. It's sometimes really difficult in real life to actually apply this within your music production. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was SpaceBlender Imaginary Space Machine. Pick it up for free. Have it in your arsenal. For free is fantastic. Keep on saying $99. I still have to play around with this more and see this, what makes this thing so special, and how can I also apply this within my music production and audio projects. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Pick it up while you can for free. Soundtoys, nice to have in your arsenal. And stay safe, take care. I'll catch you in the next video.